Leopard frogs are very popular with humans. Leopard frogs are a popular pet, a delicious food source, and they have found a calling in laboratory experiments and science classrooms. Leopard frogs, also known as a meadow or grass frog, is the common name for Lithobates, the true frog genus. They share this name with the American bullfrog and others. These frogs live about 5 years. A female may lay nearly 7,000 eggs at one time. The tadpoles have eyes on top of their heads rather than on the sides like many other species. Not all species of these frogs have the distinctive spots from which they get their name. Leopard frogs can be cannibals, sometimes eating other smaller leopard frogs. These frogs are between 2 to 5 inches in length and vary in color between species anywhere from dull brown to bright green, and all the shades in between, many with white underbellies. Regardless of their main body color, nearly all of these frogs have dark spots in a leopard-like pattern. They are so similar in appearance that they were believed to be all one species until they came into common use in laboratories in the 1940s. At which point scientists began to note distinct differences between the species. The female of the species is larger than the male, and southern frogs tend to be smaller than northern frogs. The tadpoles are distinguishable from other frog species because they have dorsal rather than lateral eyes and a white stripe in between their nostrils. These frogs are solitary, coming together only for mating. They do have parental care, as the offspring are briefly cared for by the females before going off on their own. These frogs are nocturnal, semi-aquatic, and hibernate in the winter, when they may stop eating for as long as 3 months. The tadpoles are herbivores, but fully grown adults are carnivorous. The male's calling noises have been likened to a snore. These frogs divide their time between land and water. They require moisture from the water, but most of their food is found on land since they feed primarily on insects. They favor grassland that is near water. Bodies of water also allow them to escape predators more easily. They can be found anywhere from the Hudson Bay in Canada down to Mexico and even into upper South America. While these frogs primarily feed on insects, they are opportunists and will eat whatever they can find. This may even include other leopard frogs. They have been known to consume small birds and snakes. They are somewhat lazy hunters, who tend to sit and wait for prey to come along. They then catch them with long tongues that are tacky and stick to prey to keep it from escaping before it is swallowed whole. These frogs have many predators because they are not one of the species of frog that secretes a toxin through their skin. They are hunted by birds, reptiles, mammals like raccoons and foxes, and even other frogs. Humans are a threat to them not only because people consume frog legs, but because these frogs, northern leopard frogs, in particular, are commonly used in labs and also in classrooms for dissection, and due to habitat encroachment. These frogs reproduce by sexual reproduction. Once a male and female mate, the female frog may lay up to 6,500 eggs at one time. Depending on many factors, including weather, those eggs may take anywhere from 2 to 4 months to hatch into tadpoles and grow into adult frogs. Though adult frogs are carnivores, the tadpoles are herbivores who eat algae and decaying organic matter. These frogs generally live an average of 5 years in the wild, though they have been known to live as long as 9 years. The conservation status for most species of these frogs is decreasing. While there are many species of frogs that are not considered in any danger, many other species have populations that are in decline, with several species listed as endangered or even critically endangered. At least one species, the Las Vegas or Vegas Valley leopard frog, is listed as extinct.